Oh, this is just too much for one person to digest, but it's well. All I have to say is what? It is well. Hmm. I have been married to my husband for 14 years now. We have 4 children together, all girls. I used to be sad about it, but my husband assured me that he was okay with having only female children. I started dating my husband since when I was 18 years old. This is to say I have spent over half of my years on earth loving this man. One of the policies I created for my marriage was that I will never check my husband's phone no matter what. My husband have never given me a reason to check his phone. He always come home early and he's very dedicated husband and father. Why creating problem where there is none? And I said I won't do that. Our anniversary was on 26th of October. He was away in Abuja for a business meeting, but he promised to fly back home for the celebration that day. With the help of my girls, I was able to organize a surprise dinner party. I invited some of his close friends and even his immediate younger sister was present. It was getting late and my husband was still nowhere to be found. I tried his line severally, but it was switched off. Disappointed? Right, yes. The girls has already started leaving one by one. I cried my eyes out that day. I didn't hear from him that night. My girls and I didn't close our eyes throughout the night. That was so unlike my husband. Around 8:30 a.m. the next day, my phone rang. It was my father-in-law. He called me and he said, Andrew is admitted in St. Philip General Hospital, Ogun State. Please go there now. But he said he's in Abuja. I said without noticing that the line was already disconnected. Like a mad woman, I quickly put on one or two together and carried my children to my parents' house, who were also surprised as I was. From there, I made my way to Ogun State. I got to the hospital and I met my husband in a very critical condition. He was on life support. There were bruises all over his body. I thought it was an accident until the doctor came to me and told me that my husband was stabbed for 15 good times. I started crying. I called my in-law who told me that they were already on their way. I held my husband's hands. I was crying. Baby, please don't leave me alone in this wicked world. I can't do this life alone without you. In the evening, my husband's parents and his elder brother arrived from the village. It was then I got to know that my husband was brutalized by his baby mama. Apparently, my husband has a 3-year-old son with another woman. They had an argument and my husband tried to go bear the get the aka. With anger, this woman called her boyfriend, who is Ndị Otu Nzuzo, and they did this to my husband. Thanks to God, neighbors who rushed him to the hospital. Unfortunately, only the boyfriend was apprehended. The woman is still on the run. Tears dried up immediately from my eyes. All I felt was disgust and akpomansi for my husband. Did you need a male child so bad that you didn't even let me know? You told me you were okay, Andrew. You told me female children are also important. You told me to stop crying and stop worrying myself over having a male child. Why didn't you tell me that you weren't okay? I said this word with tears. I was inconsolable. My mother-in-law tried her best to pacify me. We warned him to leave that woman, but he wouldn't listen, my mother-in-law said. So they were even aware of their son's affair. I felt a fresh wound in my chest.